maybe we can help.
Y'all gotta watch it. Don't just walk away. Oh,
You gotta watch. Maybe we can help her over there is Drea.
What if
Or
she told
like-
God doing it? Like,
I'm not gonna keep introducing you. You're gonna have to speak for yourself.
Aaron loves us.
That is very true.
wasn't me.
What up? I said what? He's answering me. He's hearing me. And I'm just like, I'm thankful.
In my mind, when I walk away from the conversation, I'm going to have questions.
Forgive from your heart. Let the Lord use you. Let him in. Welcome to Maybe We Can Help, the podcast where we give our unsolicited advice. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe it won't. You be the judge. I'm Tasia Royale.
I'm Sheena.
I'm Drea.
And today's a little spicy. It's a little spicy today. Are Black people lazy? Why did Drea automatically give a side eye like I?
So I'm assuming Drea wants to start because
She gave an automatic side eye like,
Are they, Drea?
are Black people lazy? The initial.
No. I feel like
Okay, put it like this: if the majority, what do you give the majority?
We only make about 13%
that,
of U.S.
of the United States. The majority
I feel like the majority
of African Americans, are they lazy?
I feel like the majority of African Americans work hard. I feel like anybody can be lazy. It just doesn't have to be African Americans. But I feel like when it comes to everything, we're looked at the most. That's my opinion.
Why do you think that is?
Because we've been mules basically since slavery.
You think we're still mules?
If you want to be.
A little bit. Some. I think some. Oh, I don't.
I think people try to use us like to be mules. Just think about everything that's going on in the world right now. It's always about what Black people are doing.
I mean, we're
It's
very interesting. I mean, a lot of most entertainment off my TikTok feed, and it could be because I'm a Black woman. I like Black entertainers. I get most of my entertainment from Blacks. Can I say that like that? I'm a Black person, so I'm gonna say that. So I get most of my Black people are very intriguing. So I would say, are Black people lazy? I would say,
I mean, but
no.
Okay, go ahead.
I would say ultimately no, but I do think a lot of our mindsets, a lot of the Black people mindsets are kind of jacked up. I say some people have, okay, if I had to give a percentage as 100% of Black people, I'm going to give a percentage of about 40% are lazy. I'm going to say 40.
So a large amount, just not the majority.
Yeah, I think it's a large amount. I just don't think it's the majority of us because I can only speak for my circle and what I see, and I don't think. Now, do I know some people who are absolutely lazy and could do a lot better for themselves? Absolutely.
Let me ask you this: those people that you can bring to mind, would you say there was some trauma or some, is there usually a backstory or is it just laziness?
I do think it is a backstory, but there comes a time where it's no longer it can't be your crutch anymore. Like either you're gonna do something about it or just continue just to sit there in it and just be lazy, basically. You know what I'm saying? I think there's so many people who have been through so many different Black people. I'm going to say Black people. There's so many Black people who've been through so many traumatic things where you can't put a timeline on healing trauma and stuff like that. But there comes a time when you are no longer healing and trying to grow from your trauma. You're just accepting it and just sitting in it. Like, well, it is what it is. I mean, I've been through this. Okay, and so did Sally Mae. But she decided to get up from that and do something better with herself. So I think that, yes, the people I can name definitely went through some things, but I also think they are there because they ultimately, I'm not going to say they want to be there. I'm not gonna say that,
but they chose to overcome.
They're choosing right now to be there.
So, do y'all feel like there's more resources for white trauma, or other races and their trauma
Um,
than there are for Black people, or do you feel like it's an even?
I don't feel like it's even. And the only reason I say that, when you just asked that question, it made me think about when crack cocaine hit. I think about in my mom new era when it hit in the 80s, the different things that they went through. They was deemed as criminals. They was deemed as criminals. Welfare queen, just like, well, the welfare queen came later, but they was deemed as criminals, and they didn't get the help. Instead, they got thrown in jail, longer prison terms. And now I think about when heroin hit again, and a lot of white people was overdosing and dying. They got rehabs. Every time you turn around now, it's a rehab center. They didn't have that luxury back in the 80s. And I feel like that's
You feel
where
like that
a lot
because
of things,
their race.
because of their race, because they were dying at an alarming rate than Black people. And to be honest, when you think about it, the reason why a lot of them got hooked on that was because they was being prescribed medication from doctors based on their race. When Black people came into the hospital for pain, they didn't get the narcotics at the same rate as white people, because we were looked at like we might abuse it, and they weren't. So they gave it to them, and then eventually they got hooked. And then when they couldn't get it from the doctors no more, they went to the streets. So I just feel like now it's a lot of rehabs for them to get help. And back in the 80s, it was none of that. Like, a lot of families got destroyed because they wasn't looked at like, oh, we need help. No, they looked at you like a criminal. And I feel like that's where a lot of things went wrong in the Black community and the Black families.
Mm-hmm. Y'all hear that
What was the
hostility
question?
in her throat?
What was the question again?
Because I lived it.
I'm just
What was the
joking.
question again?
My question?
Yeah.
Do you feel like the resources?
Oh, okay. The resources. I think that there are resources there. I think Black people don't know how to get them. And I think that now I can't speak
Now,
on.
Back then it
I
wasn't,
can't speak
but
on-
now I
yeah.
feel like it is resources. But back then it definitely wasn't, because I lived it.
So in
I
other
seen
words, the
some of my
resources
friends
didn't
live it.
become available
Till
until
later
it was a
on.
white problem.
That's my personal opinion. Yes,
But regardless, they're there now.
They're there now. But I feel like it caused a lot of issues for our community because it wasn't there. And now a lot of us is trying to figure things out. Even
We're
at
trying
my-
to patch up the brokenness.
Yeah, trying to patch up the brokenness. Even at my big age, I'm 40 years old. It's some things that I'm still learning because I didn't get the luxury of being taught that as a kid, because I was in survival mode all the way up until really now, trying to figure things out. But I chose to do something different. I chose to overcome my situation so I can see, I understand what you mean. Like, are you going to overcome or are you going to stay down?
And I think that's a huge issue for our community. And we're talking about the Black community because we can't speak on the community of anybody else, really,
Yeah, we
technically.
can't.
Right.
But we know our experiences and stuff like that. So I do agree that there are resources now. I do think that Black people just don't know how to get to them.
Why do you think that is?
A lot of gatekeeping.
I
within our
would say gatekeeping. People be like, "Nah, I got this, and I don't want you to get it because this is my way up now." So I'm just like, "Dang."
And I also think, hey y'all, I
Shanti,
also
Shanti.
think in the Black community, like, you're taught to be so strong that when you're not like that, it's like, dang, I'm looking weak.
And
Like,
then you
this
don't wanna
is
go get the
weakness.
charity.
Yeah, like, I don't need help, but you do, and it's okay to ask for help. As far as therapy goes and stuff too, the Black community is not big on voicing mental health matters.
Now we are.
You think
I
so?
think our
You think it's
generation-
better?
now-
Our
I
generation,
I think
yes.
we're starting to get there, but I don't.
I think there's
we
still
are.
a little
I
strain
think
there.
the generations to come, like me, like we're late millennials. So the late millennials and the generations after are a lot more susceptible to therapy and healing. And I think that's why I believe that
Yeah.
the generations after us, like, are going to be great generation, has the great potential to be great generations because of that. Like we gonna heal. we gonna heal.
Yeah, I'm working on my healing journey now.
Mm-hmm.
So what's stopping Black people from accessing these
Gatekeepers, we said that
Well, that's
gatekeepers?
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
If they're
yeah.
available,
And-
well, then
and
that would mean
laziness.
they're not available.
Their selves.
I'm about
Okay,
to say
put it like
laziness.
this. So what we're saying is, okay, so in other races, there was a lot of division. And okay, this is just my opinion. There was a lot of division systematically in the Black communities. So there isn't a race on the planet that okay, if you see a Black man walking down the street and he got a hoodie on and it's dark, even if you are Black, you cross the street thinking
I'm gonna do
he
that for all of
could
y'all.
hurt you.
I don't trust
you,
none
right.
of y'all.
But I'm just saying that in other words, we were taught
Black
to fear.
people are looked at more dangerously.
Yes,
I will say that for
people do
that's
think they're
what I-
more dangerous, and honestly, a lot of Black people is giving them the fuel they need for that fire.
Aaron,
Right, but 'cause
Aaron,
here's the
you
thing.
are one of the Black people.
I don't, how?
Aaron walks
What do I be
around a
doing?
lot with hoodies.
Yeah,
and
but that's
heads on.
but I'm not
But
doing
you're not
nothing
dangerous.
And
crazy.
he's also 6 feet and he's a big man, so he just looks like
Yeah, but
I would
that's
lock
just
my doors from Aaron.
but that's
if I
just
didn't know him.
perception, though.
But if
I'm
we
s-
look at history, like if we all really look at history, who was the most violent?
The white people.
Okay,
But the thing is, that was then. What's
History-
now?
History is
Because
told
now
from the victor.
there's places in Chicago you can't walk down. There's places in New York you can't walk down. Stuff
So,
like
put
that.
it like
They've
this.
occupied whole cities that you cannot that you can't go in without worrying if you're gonna get shot or something. That's Black people doing.
Yes,
That
I
is-
feel like
in certain
when you're called something long enough, you begin to
Become
believe
it.
it. Because let me tell y'all something. I actually, again, I'm not racist, but at the same time, you do have to understand that whites were afraid of us kind of rebelling or trying to get them back or different things like that, right? So they did begin to paint us as criminals before we even became what we are today.
Sure, and I think
so-
that stain
Is
is
in the
partially
power of
still
your
there,
tongue.
but there's truth
They
to
kept
it now.
Speaking.
Yes, that's
certain
what I'm saying.
things.
You keep calling someone something long enough, they begin to believe it. Because the truth of the matter is,
And then you're
there
holding
is no
resources
history
from 'em.
of.
Now,
There's
No, to create certain. Now we have resources.
so I'm saying,
I'm
I
saying,
know
like,
they created that
certain
mindset
resources
to a
was
degree.
held,
right.
and
They-
even I feel like in certain places now, certain resources are held. But like to create, you said Chicago, which I hate using Chicago as an example because I feel like a lot of people do. But I'm just
Memphis?
saying,
Let me put it
certain
like this.
things, certain resources was held which couldn't help them. Like you put them in certain areas on purpose to create what it is now.
Right. Okay, put it like this. If you lived in my house, everybody lived in my house, and I went and I would buy food or I would go around and ask everybody to contribute, and we all buy food, and I take the food and I lock it up and I never give y'all anything, right? And that's your only food source, what would you end up doing?
You
gonna
go get
start
my own.
stealing.
Breaking into it.
No,
Right.
Try to
I'm
break
gonna
into
go get
it.
my own.
No, what I'm saying, okay, if I said this is the only food source,
You're going to try to break in. You're going to try to get it.
This
the
you
best
told
way
you
me
don't
it
have
was-
another food source.
That's what you told me.
No, that's what it is.
Well, that's what they told
that's
slaves.
that's what it is.
no, okay, so basically we live in their country.
White people come.
Right.
What you saying,
So
white country?
everything that we need is in their house. Like if you want a loan, if you want a this, if you want a that, there's not another source. So if you live in my house, if you come to my house and I say, let's do this together, because I mean, they've used Black people for a lot of different things, even wars. We'll fight the wars. We'll pay
Sure.
taxes. We'll do, so we contribute.
And when we start
the
building this
household
stuff,
to
it
build
gets
their
burned
wealth.
down.
So hold on, wait. So
Yeah.
but I take all the food when I'm gathering all your money, but then I take the food and I lock it in my room.
Oh, yeah.
And there is no other source. What are you going to do eventually?
Break
You're
Go
going to
in
break
there.
in there and try to get some, right?
Sure.
Then when you break in there, I'm going to say you're a thief. You're trying to rob me. You should be locked up.
I'm trying to
I
survive.
made you a thief and then punished you for being one.
So we should just be okay with it. Them doing what they're doing then.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay,
No.
then. So what's the point? We understand why they do it, what the mentality was.
What's the continuing
But
factor?
they're still
of
doing it now. So we can't keep using that as a crutch of what happened when they had slaves. The
But I
mentality we
think it
get,
is-
we get what
I'm
they
saying is-
did.
I'm saying where the mentality comes from.
Sure, that's
So-
great.
So
They still doing it.
Right.
That's
So,
still
but what I'm
a
saying is-
present problem.
Right.
No matter what the repercussions of what happened was, we're here now.
No, that's not what I'm talking
what
about.
the ones that did try to, like, black people that really did try to build our own community?
Yeah, and they
build
got
our own
burnt
wealth?
down. Black
Burned
Wall Street,
down,
all that.
burned
I
down.
get it.
So how do we overcome that?
I get it, because it's not happening now.
But I think a lot of people are scared in the black community to rise up to certain levels because it's a strong possibility.
You know
think
what?
that.
No, I don't either. And you know
I
why?
think
Because you know what
out.
black people could do, and it would change the way white people actually fund stuff and do stuff. They could buy straight black businesses. Stop buying white businesses. But hold on. And that's the issue right there, Tay. That's the issue. They're not gonna do it. But even with that,
What
there's a
brand you
lot of-
stuck on?
But
And
here's
I'm
the
not
problem.
racist, guys.
Here's
It's
the
just
problem.
that the black business has to do better.
That is where I'm getting.
agree.
That's also an
That
issue.
I agree.
Like you talk about opening up business, making opportunities for yourself, but then you get in there, your customer service trash, your place is dirty,
Trash.
your stuff ain't good.
Okay, I got
this
you
is
on-
just,
okay.
that's not slavery.
So
What
may
is that?
I interject?
I
May I
agree.
interject?
Listen now.
May I interject?
I agree
Okay.
with certain
So how are we supposed to come up then?
So wait. Let me
Stop
interject.
being
That's
messy.
it to do better. I agree,
So
Drew.
therefore, So therefore, when we see, because I can't even remember who I was talking to.
It was
but
me.
I
But it wasn't a
said,
black business. It wasn't a black business.
okay, right.
It wasn't a black business.
I said, if you see a problem in the business as a black customer,
Mhm.
you should say something.
And you know what that's gonna do?
Get you
You're gonna be
cussed out.
banned from that business or get cussed
Right.
out.
Either
It
way,
They don't take
Either way,
criticism
what?
well.
And you know what?
Open to
They're gonna go on social media and
Now
say
you're
everybody want to talk about this and that. You open your business, the blah blah blah. That's,
Okay.
that's what folks do.
see, now you're stereotyping. you're
That ain't what they do.
No.
Sometimes can
Sheena,
we
you in a
agree that
bubble.
some
No,
You in a
not.
bubble,
stereotypes are
Sheena.
Can I? May I?
I know specific white
Did y'all
black
hear me?
businesses that
I
go
said
ahead.
sometimes can we agree that some stereotyping is okay?
It's the truth.
No, hold on. That's what I'm saying.
So
See,
Some
okay,
is the
but try
truth.
this. Okay,
Getting out
so
of it.
so be brave enough to give it a shot then, because here's my thing. Because people have come, we have a black business, a black owned business, and we have become excellent. Because even when our customers have been mean and said things in mean ways,
Y'all are outliers.
we have. That is true, but we don't get more outliers by not saying.
But that's
anything.
only because y'all got Christ.
Okay. That's
Ding, ding,
wonderful.
ding, ding,
so there's
ding,
no,
ding,
so we are the
ding.
So you can
only.
spread Christ.
So are we the only Christian establishment?
No.
in the
No,
black
we're
community.
But there's Christian establishments that's trash too.
Okay, but no one gets better
it's that
unless
religious
you tell them,
establishment,
unless
not
you
Christian.
suggest things, talk, have the conversation, let's
agree
have
with you.
conferences.
But you can only talk to people that want to be talked to.
That's a stereo again. So basically, you're saying there is no help for the black community.
No.
So what are you saying?
Like Drea said, do better.
How are they going to do better if they don't know to do better? In which areas?
I think at some point, being a black
That's what I'm
business
saying. It
owner,
sounds.
you have
It
to
sounds
learn how
like
to
you're
take
saying
criticism.
dag if they do and dag if they don't.
And you have to look.
They're
into
not
it.
gonna-
Okay,
they're
not
what am
gonna
I doing
fix it.
wrong? But that's
They're
if
not gonna
you wanna
get
do
better. What black people want to get better?
I ain't saying never.
And then I
I'm
said,
saying-
okay, let's talk to them. Let's tell them. Don't tell them.
No, I didn't
They're
say
never
don't
gonna
tell
wanna
them.
get back.
I
That's-
said what's gonna happen when you do. I didn't say don't.
You don't know. We don't know unless we try. Unless we put forth the effort. And then I said, people come to us and tell us things all the time, and they're able to, and we have gotten better. Even when customers were mean and said things in mean ways, we literally, under our great owner, Sharonda, this woman was like, y'all don't have no rails? What's wrong with y'all? And she said it in such a mean way, and she smiled and was like, oh, okay. And then I repeated it and was like, she said that and she was so rude. And she was like, okay, but it taught us something. And she went and literally the next couple of days we had rails. So it's
Fantastic.
just like,
And
right.
I
But
said y'all
also
are the
Sharonda,
outliers.
I was say Sharonda has Christ too. Shouts out to Sharonda.
That's
I love
yes, Sharonda's awesome.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
But
by-
the majority ain't following Christ, and that's the world, period. The majority of the world ain't following Christ, so they don't have those same values.
So what you're saying is that they're stuck.
They're stuck, but they're only stuck because of themselves.
I think-
Because listen to what I said. I said they're not gonna. Most of the time you see them, you try to say something to black people, a lot of black people, and I mean I know a lot of black people you try to say something to, and then they try to switch it. They get defensive. They do this and that.
So they are lazy. They don't
Yeah,
wanna
some
fix
of
it.
them absolutely. What the hell you talking about? Yes.
Well, we said what was the
I
percentage?
gave my percentage. Y'all didn't give y'all percentage of how many black people out of 100% y'all think is lady. I said 40.
I like 40.
Yeah, I
like
said 40.
too.
Julia?
In my circle, I'm gonna say 100% of us are pretty active.
I don't like 40
You don't like 40? But what's your truth? Say it.
because I feel like
How many do you think are lazy?
What's your percentage of black people
lazy?
that are lazy?
20%.
Not Julia. Not Julia.
I love black people.
That's the thing. You love black people, which is
do
fine.
too.
I do too.
And I love being black. I wouldn't choose nothing
But no,
else.
I don't know. For me, I love black people, and I feel like we don't have enough grace. We don't give each other enough grace. Like I said before, and this was off the camera, it's a lot of things that our people had to overcome. And we didn't have a 400-year head start.
But
And-
can I interject on that? Because I think now the generations to come, we give them too much grace.
I agree.
I think
And I
they
think that's the
soft.
problem.
I don't
They
know
are
if you want to say
soft.
grace
They
or we
are
just spoil them.
yeah, they're soft.
But
these
I feel
kids
like,
coming up, these boys,
I feel like
No
a lot
social
of things
skills.
that we do for this generation coming up, and not everybody was affected by the crack epidemic. Wasn't nobody like y'all wasn't affected by that.
I was.
Well, you was, but a lot of people, some people weren't. So I feel like a lot of us do the things we do for our kids because we had to deal with that. Like when you didn't have your mother there, you weren't getting this, you weren't getting that. You made up in your mind at a young age, when I have kids, I'm not going to do this. So I feel like that played a part on why our generation is the way they are now.
Does that
The
cripple
ones coming
them?
up.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Because they think everything is quick. They feel like they have to have everything because we gave them everything.
Yeah.
And I know with
Like,
my kids,
We just went to Applebee's just to eat earlier. This is real crazy because Erin was about to get Harmony a full adult meal, and like this is like regular, and she doesn't eat them she doesn't really eat them, but she takes them home later. But like when I was a kid, it was kids menu only, and sometimes it won't even that. We won't even going out. When this girl goes out, she gets full adult meals.
we barely.
How old is she again?
She's 6.
I knew that, but I just
She
wanted.
Gets.
I
I
just
mean,
wanted
she's
y'all
like
to know that.
had the no. You know that little kids meal that you get? Yeah. Psh, get out of my face. Give me the real menu.
So she just left kindergarten.
She's still in kindergarten.
And getting the full meal.
And she was like, this is the one I want. I want this cheeseburger. And it was the new one with the stuff, the cheesy stuff. I said, and Aaron's like, okay, that's fine. I said,
Okay, but you don't tell the side where we teach her not to understand that she's not gonna get everything she wants.
we do. So we negotiated and we showed her the kids menu because she likes mozzarella sticks. I was like, well, you can get, Aaron showed her, you can get mozzarella sticks and a kids cheeseburger. And she's like, oh, okay, that's fine. But she was about to get a full blown meal. And that's just not rare. That's not a rarity for her. She can get that.
So are black men lazy? No, I'm joking.
Because I was about to give her that meal.
some.
I'm just gonna give her whatever.
Either way, who's more lazy, black men or black women?
We're not doing. We don't do divisive things, so maybe we can help. We don't
Why
do
the heck we
divisive
don't?
things, so maybe we can help.
we do. We did.
come
It was Charlie
together.
Kirk a
I'm going to
racist.
hold my.
Hey, hold on. I got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Have y'all ever heard people saying that the Bible was the white man's? How y'all feel about that?
No,
It's
The Bible
foolery.
was out before
They just don't- they're not learn-
people
they don't
even
know.
became slaves.
yeah, that's out of ignorance.
well before our people became slaves.
Yeah.
Christianity was
Yeah.
already going on.
Of course.
over
and
there.
Like,
it
it's
started
just-
in Africa.
It started in Africa.
It's just a way
Right.
for black people
mean-
to honestly attack white people.
I mean, have
it's
you
just
ever?
another way for them to do that.
I mean, in Caucasian society traditionally back in those days, they didn't use the word pharaoh. Those are African terms. So to think if you are a white person, to think that y'all came up with this, and y'all, it's like, first of all, y'all use the words king and queen. If it was about you, it would have said the king told Moses. Didn't say that. It said the Pharaoh because it was in Egypt. Where is Egypt? Africa. Where? Don't
The
betray-
true kings
Say
and
with your
queens.
chest.
The true kings and queens.
No.
Oh my
Everybody had kings and queens, okay?
I just feel like
but if
white
it was
people
now
dug into
think
the
about this.
Bible
If it
better
had originated
and
in
know how to
China,
use it.
they would have said the emperor.
I don't think they dug into the Bible
then.
better. No, I think they took certain scripture and used it as to control things. I don't
That's
think
what
they.
I'm saying. Like
That's true too. Now that we can say that.
Yeah,
we can
what
say
is
that they
it? Like
use the Bible.
slaves obey
I mean,
your masters.
yeah, they use
witches
stuff like
use
that.
the Bible.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying. Like, well,
You
when I
know-
say dug into use, they used the
they
Bible.
used it.
Yes, they
knew
used
how-
it.
But they were only able to use it because they took the ability to read.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Yeah.
So when I mean,
Right.
well, I guess I am saying dug in. They took the ability to read and understand and study.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, Satan does the same thing. He takes the Bible and perverts it. But like I
Mhm.
said, if it had been done in China, they would have said the emperor. They didn't say that. They're using terminology from Africa because that's where it originated.
Yeah.
So-
So I don't listen
Well,
to
some
people.
of Asia.
Say
A
it
lot of
again?
Asia.
What about Asia?
The Bible came from Asia.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
Africa.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
It was
yeah.
written over quite a few countries.
yeah. It wasn't just
This
Africa.
is true. But I mean, like, basically,
The
I'm
terminology.
saying that they're saying it's all white.
and that's
Well,
not
And
the
I'm saying
case.
that
No.
some of the terminology, you can't
I
even.
think that's at them Black Hebrew Israelites be using that to not follow it.
Mhm.
It is.
They should be like,
yeah, they'll be like, it's a white man's religion. Well, you
It-
know.
they are some of the most aggressive. I'm not even gonna talk about them, but,
But
they are
Muslims,
so aggressive.
Muslims say that too.
I just be like, whoa, guys,
buddy.
whoa, what are you doing? When Juicy
Like,
did
you
that
preaching
skit,
you preaching a gospel where he didn't die for everybody. He only died for the black people. How foolish do you sound?
no, there's a white man on TikTok
So how white
who
people
also
get
who the white people believe that he only died, that only white people can get into heaven.
Yeah, there are white folks that do it too. And then how foolish do they sound
Really?
Mm,
Wow.
it's
I
ridiculous.
mean, to me, there's one race. It's the human race.
It is.
And if you trace back far enough, we
I
all
ain't-
got the same.
You
it-
right,
Adam
but
and
them
Eve.
darker ones, boy, the ones
Okay.
that's got melanin.
That's why I don't
in
understand.
them.
Like, okay, it's okay. The white people that think that they're only but they're reading the Bible. And if you read the Bible, then you also, it's impossible for you to believe in the Bible and not believe that all race started by two people, Adam and Eve. Okay, so if you take that and you believe that, then you also have to believe that if you go back far enough, we're all related.
That was when he did Tower of Babel, he separated the people he loved from the people he ain't like.
Dear
Go
God.
ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
Either way,
Mixed
okay.
language.
Either way,
Right. He said,
If
I don't
Shanti-
like them.
if Shanti,
I like them.
okay, but if Shanti's my
You already know. They
cousin,
said.
if Shanti's my cousin and I don't like her, that does not change our lineage.
Yes, it does, because God separated them. So once God did the separate,
This is sarcasm, by the way,
Yeah, it
guys.
is sarcasm. When He separated them at the Tower of Babel, He said, "These are my chosen people," and God blessed the other ones. We don't even
language was he
acknowledge
speaking?
them. What?
But in other words,
What?
so but in
How
other
crazy that be
words,
sounding.
in other words, though, to my point, there's one race, the human race. You know,
I agree.
imagine if a dog had
Why
puppies
did you agree
and they're-
reluctantly?
and they're all different colors, and you just separate the puppies
Yep,
from the
that's what
puppies
he
and be
did.
like, oh, because this puppy is white, he needs to be over here. Because
Yep.
this puppy is black, he needs to be over
That's
there.
what he did.
You get what I'm saying? And eventually, if you continue to take all the black puppies every time there's a litter and put all the black puppies together, eventually all the puppies will be black because that gene pool will be dominant.
Mhm.
And that's how they change corn, and that's how they, change seeds, all kinds of stuff to get like even corn, like how it's yellow now mostly. It used to, maize used to be all colors, but they took out the gene pool until this was the only
Created
color.
what they wanted.
Right. And so if you do that to any people, dog, cows, cats, dog, whatever, then you're going to end up with one certain color. And so that's kind of what happened in those different types of separation, and how we ended up having these type of people over here, these type of people over there, those type of people over there. But if you believe in the Bible, you have to believe that it started with Adam and Eve. You can't skip that.
I think they just
So it's one race.
reading the Bible without
At
the
the end of
Holy
the day.
Spirit and then having the influence of the enemy is like a dangerous thing, because you take pieces out of it
And weaponize
and
it.
weaponize it, and you're not getting the full context of what God has given us in His 66 books.
And that's the thing I wonder, like, well, I guess I thought about it, like for white people that do call themselves Christians. And I understand that we all battle with certain things.
Mm.
But when it comes to straight racism, I'm like, yo.
Or black people too. They do it.
I'm not talking about black people though.
Oh, black people can be real racist.
But I'm not talking about black people.
Somebody's got a chip. No, I'm
But the thing is, like you would see more black races than you would see white races because you're in the black community.
I understand that. But I'm not talking about black people.
okay.
I just think about the certain things that I do see, like, for instance, when, you know, the election and everything was going on and you would see white Christians making certain statements. And it was straight hateful. I wonder, do they ever sit down and really, like, just dig into the Bible? Like, I feel like there's no I could be wrong, but, like, are you really hearing from God? Like, are you really experiencing God
not.
the way that you say that you are?
Of course not. God is love.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like. God is truly love, and it's like it's so deceiving. And I don't know. I just find it sad.
But I think that because your mind, the imagination is extremely powerful. So I think they really could be believing that they are experiencing God. And like this is revelatory from him.
Satan appears as an angel
Like
of light.
I think but people underestimate him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he is all powerful because we know that we serve the true and the living God, but he has some tricks now. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he ain't nothing.
Right.
You know, and his what am I trying to say? His influence, his influence is extremely strong.
And even when it comes to black people, we definitely have to get to a point, if we're proclaiming to be Christians, that we have to forgive white people, like from slavery.
Yes, Drea,
we do.
You
We-
have
we-
to
we
forgive
have to
white
overcome.
people.
I love white people.
It don't sound like it.
It might not sound like it, but no, I really do like white people. I actually have met some good white people. And to be honest, I wouldn't have the career that I have right now if it wasn't for a white man giving me a chance. So I do. I respect white people.
Do you love them enough to have them as like a son-in-law or a daughter-in-law?
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
I wouldn't
would.
mind, but I would love if my babies got some black kings and queens. I mean, I ain't gonna hate them
Babies.
or nothing like that. I just, no, I just have the one.
Aaron started scratching his head, y'all. Aaron was like,
No, I just have the one right now. I'm just.
what is it called when you have prejudice against another child? Does anybody know what that is? Is that babyist? What is that? Aaron started looking like he just worked a 12-hour shift as soon as she said that. Babies.
So we only have one. We do. It's just one right now. Amen.
Aaron looked like he'd been working on the railroad.
but no, that's something like for you to ask that question. I didn't used to. I never dated outside my race.
Me neither.
I love black men. I just do. So everybody know I have 5 children. My oldest daughter is dating outside of her race. So that's something I had to get used to. It wasn't like I was shunning it, but I was like, oh, like it was different for me. But I can honestly say, from the outside looking in, like he treats my daughter real well.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And that's what you really want.
Yeah.
I think my
it's
nicest
genuine.
boyfriend was the one I dated that was outside of my race.
Not too much on my black kings now.
I mean, you can't say it's not true. I can't give you anyone else's experience, but that was mine. He was the nicest.
Well,
Out of every
is
guy
that
I've ever
what I
dated.
need to do?
No, we're not saying that. And nothing wrong with it. I'm not gonna shun you. I'm just saying.
I might
Are you
just
saying
talk a
white
big-
men are nicer than black men?
I'm saying that was my experience. That the one that I dated absolutely treated me better than any other one that I've dated. And he was sincere and he, kind of knew
So
what he
why
wanted.
didn't you end up with him?
I can't say that.
I'm laughing because I know why she didn't end up with him.
But would you say this, Tay?
Poor
Was it a good
choices.
reason?
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't have been with him.
Don't say too much.
I just said no. I wouldn't have been with him. Yeah, absolutely. It was a good reason you weren't with him.
Outside of the reason, take the reason away. If
She
it
would've-
wasn't
I don't
for
think
the
she would've ever
reason,
married him.
would you have married him?
I think I would have. Because no, I really do. Because first of all, he already had the ring.
I don't think you would have married him because she not the way you said
Absolutely
now the
not.
way you talked about him.
Mm-hmm. No, okay, now,
Listen.
now without him saying that, I did not have a reason not to.
But the
You
way you
didn't
talk
want
about
him.
it, exactly.
Huh?
You
You
talk
didn't
about
want
him
him.
as is all you really say when you talk about him is he was nice.
Yeah.
But you have so many other things that you didn't like about
You
him.
didn't want that man.
And I'm not
I
gonna
won't say
say
that.
Why
I'm
didn't
not
you
gonna
want
say well, I'm not gonna say on why, but can I say the one reason about the
Not the major one.
not the major one? Can I say
Mm-mm.
one? I'm not gonna say
Mm-mm.
nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. Then.
Mm-mm.
There's
But you didn't
one-
want that man.
She didn't want him.
So what is that? So
When
okay.
she brings this one guy up, all she ever says was he was nice, and he treated her nice. That's
it.
that's the main thing she says about him. But the other things that come behind, I'm just like,
How
no,
did he
you didn't
make
want
you
him.
feel? Like,
Yeah,
did
there
you
was
get
no-
He
Butterfly
made me feel like
feeling.
It was no passion. See, it was no passion. It was no awe of this how this man.
Like,
no,
I
it
can
was
see
none
my
of
I
that.
can say this.
with
I
him.
can say that I loved him. I can say that. But
You
I
can
was
say you have loved the husband, the ex-husband.
You
Yeah.
loved him too.
Yeah.
Exactly, but yeah, I don't think.
But
you
would I
married
have
him.
married him though? Yeah,
I don't think you would have married him.
I would have.
Mm.
I would have without the
Interesting.
circles. I think I would have. I
I
would
don't
have.
think she would have married him. We're gonna talk about that off camera. I don't think she would have married him.
I don't know. Who could say? I don't know. Cause in my, I was like, man, this guy treats me. Now, mind you, I couldn't see into my future to see how. I love y'all, but how black men were going to mistreat me so to the
Not black men.
extent.
Not black men. Them black men that you
Those
had.
the black men that I dated.
Yeah, because we're
I-
not gonna rag on my black men.
Okay,
'Cause
well
this
let's
is
do this.
wonderful.
Okay, all right, fine. Let's do this. Have you ever had any black men to treat you good?
Dating.
Any? Like as far as relationship, like not like brothers, but
Dating.
yeah. Julia.
You had some
In
great
the,
dates with that one. You know that one. You know
In
that
the
one.
beginning,
But
certain
his
black men.
intentions
Yeah,
and,
but he had a great date.
Y'all having a
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
In the beginning, certain black men, I feel like they treated me well.
in the
They
beginning.
bamboozled
In the
me.
beginning.
That's how they got
I mean the totality of it.
I had fun.
Good. You had good men.
No. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. You can have good
So
times.
no, Shanti, have you had
you can
any
have
good
good
black men?
times.
I had good
I
time.
think
That's what
I think
I'm
I
saying.
have. I think the circumstances in one situation was just different.
Different.
Okay, but have
as
you
in
had
how he
any
treated
of them?
you?
No, I think I was treated pretty good. I think that we just grew apart in one of them, but overall, no.
So okay. So then, how are y'all saying
I was
that
treated,
black? Because Tay can't answer because I'm a good black man, but I'm the rest of them been trash. Sorry guys, I don't care. The rest of them been trash, and so are there? It don't seem like it's a lot of good black men out there.
But we're
according to
aware of
y'all.
that. But we're aware
I'm
of that.
not gonna put that
I
on
think the black
everybody.
race is aware of that.
I can't put that
From
on,
y'all perspective.
They just need. I think they just need to
because
heal.
I was mistreated.
I'm not gonna say they're
by
not good.
black men. I will not.
Just
put
not
out
good
there
for me.
That all black men.
No,
are
we never said
trash.
all. We said the majority.
I
But
wouldn't even say the majority.
I would.
because
Yeah, but even in your experience, the majority
I
have
would.
been
They
trash.
have been, but I just love
You
black
do.
men. So
Whether-
I don't
okay, so
want
here's the
to
thing.
my black
If you
men
love, let me tell you
down.
something. Okay, let me say
I
this.
love
If you
y'all.
love your kids,
Yes.
and one of them is bad, and you decide I'm not gonna say
oh no, I'm
that,
gonna tell my kids about
that's
that.
so you can't do that about black men. The majority of black men don't know how to treat a woman.
From y'all experience.
Now, you
because I
can't
don't
say-
agree with that.
But so what do
you
I
say you don't agree,
like?
agree
No.
with that?
I guess where do I go? Because the men that I dated, the black men
I
that I
told
have
y'all
dated,
where to go. Y'all not
they
listening
treated
to
me well in the beginning
In the
until they
beginning,
felt
yeah.
like they had me, and then they thought they could just do me any type of way.
Facts.
I think
So I had
guys,
some good experience.
you're not
but
going to where I told y'all to
not
go.
the best.
I told y'all need to pick up golfing. Y'all need to go to these country clubs. Y'all need to go to the YMCA.
So you want us to be gold diggers?
no.
I want to
No.
go to the
I'm joking.
rodeo.
I
Where you
think
go? Who black man you about to find?
I
in there,
think
Drea?
you need
It's
you
some
y'all know
country
those
black men
gyms
at
that
the
cost like
rodeo.
$200 a month.
I think
That's where y'all need to
I
go.
think
The blackest thing you gonna see at a rodeo is that bull.
I think the guy that
You ain't heard
y'all
of the little black rodeo man?
Where
I've
they
heard
at?
about them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of them, but
I
where
done
they at?
seen them too.
On TV.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I
Aaron.
think
Mm-mm.
the guy that y'all didn't want is the guy y'all should have picked.
I'm out of here. That's a wrap for
And I
me,
think
y'all.
that's why y'all ain't experienced no good black
Tell them,
men.
Aaron. Tell them.
So does that mean that I have to
Y'all, black women are bad at picking black men.
Period.
It
Drop
ain't
mic.
black man's fault. I know my line of questioning made y'all thought I was coming at black men, didn't it? No, it ain't the black man's fault. It is trash black dudes out here.
Absolutely.
who
But-
wanted me that was a good black man and I turned you down?
Think real
Somebody-
hard.
You can't even remember him. That's the point. You can't even remember him. That guy that you didn't want to mess with, that wasn't a 10 or that wasn't, or he was a lame, whatever it was.
It had to be a reason why I didn't want him.
Because he was probably a
I
lame.
agree.
A lame.
No.
And that's probably the one you should have got.
I'm trying to think.
I'm just saying.
okay, put it like
Because
this.
there's some good ones out there. Ain't no way every single guy that you getting is trash. At some point, there's a common denominator. And I ain't saying y'all trash. I ain't saying y'all trash.
So basically,
I'm
you
not saying
I'm
y'all
picking
trash.
bad.
I'm saying,
I'm
That's what
picking
it's saying.
bad.
I'm saying, maybe try something different.
Okay, put it like this.
A white
Cycles.
man.
Okay, I can't speak for nobody else.
And I ain't saying get a white man either.
Look, I
But
said a white man.
I mean,
A Puerto Rican
you
man.
are
I mean, if you did, that's your business. I ain't
An
tripping on you.
Asian
I
man.
think
But
I gave a lot of chances.
But before you go there, I can't explain why you are different, but you know why you are different.
yeah.
What
I
we
gave
talked
a lot
about.
of chances.
But you
to
know what we
people I
talked
probably
about?
No,
Yeah, you do. What we talked about, just me and you.
you're gonna have to get
On
me
the
here.
phone. It was on. I can't. I'm not gonna do that. It was on the phone, and you were saying some certain things about yourself and what you're letting go.
Yeah,
Yes, that is one of the reasons why. Because I think that attracted people, men that weren't good for you.
Yeah.
So I think that's
Yeah,
for
but
you. That I
would
can't say
give-
about you, Drea, but for you, I think that's one of the reasons why you attracted those type of men because of that particular circumstance.
I don't
Understandable.
know about me. Like,
Now, Drea, I'm gonna be. This is what I think about you. I think that
her face
and
No.
your body.
I
I'm
agree
gonna
with
be
the body.
Yeah, because they see you and they see like I want that.
yeah.
I really want to try that. You know what I'm saying? And
And a lot of men
What?
that
You
a lot of
said
men
like
that want to
they said
jump
like-
on that is they're
yeah,
trash.
they're
unfortunately.
trash. Yeah.
But
Start dressing like a
nun.
a nun or a Muslim child, and whoever come talk to you first, that's your husband. That's your, because you know he love you just for this right here. That's all he needed right here.
I mean,
This is it.
that's a little because you do want to be attracted to.
You
your
do.
person. It's
you
just
do.
it's just when
Oh
that's the
my
end
God.
all be all.
Correct.
That's an issue.
but
like
that's,
when
it's
you
sad
can't
to
take.
say though, I get a lot of that.
Yes,
And then I think once they talk to me and realize, oh, it's more to her, it's challenging.
Well, y'all done talked to a lot of. I'm sure y'all like conversation, not messed around, but like conversation with a lot of dudes. Y'all ain't kind of figured out how to know what they own.
I do
in the first
because
conversation.
It's sad to say, for the most part, it comes out.
I feel like a lot of them tell you whatever that you want to hear.
And
I know, but
no.
you should be able to fish that out to some degree.
It
Now,
started coming
dudes,
out for
some
me.
dudes
I
got the
hung
gift
up
of the
on
gab. They'll make it sound real good.
I was gonna say,
But
that prison talk.
I had to
It's-
do.
it's just-
You
did
know,
you say prison?
yeah, because you know the men in prison, they'll tell you anything and everything. Let's promise you the sun, the moon,
they
and
just
the
want you to put
stars,
something on their book.
and they just need something on their book.
And they change it when they
and
get
they
out.
change when they get out.
When they get
That's
out,
that prison talk.
change
That's
is
how
gone.
and that's how dudes be doing anyway.
And
As soon
without
as they
prison,
get it, they change it.
So they can get you in the bed.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I had to do like I usually know because to be honest, after the first few conversation, it leads to sex talk, like what they want or what
And that's
they'll
the
do to
problem.
me.
That's a red
And,
flag right there.
Oh, it's always a red flag. I remember I hung up on a dude because I met him. We exchanged numbers. He called me that night after we exchanged numbers. I didn't pick up, but I talked to him like the next day, and this ninja had the nerves to say to me, because I told him how many kids I had, and the famous question how many baby daddies do you have? I tell them that. Oh, okay. And I only got 2. My oldest is by somebody else, and then my 4 children are by my husband. And then ex-husband. Let me rephrase that. Ex-husband. And he's like, oh, okay. So I think in their mind, like, oh, you really weren't messing around like that. And then he's like, oh, so that means we can make some babies. And guess what I did? Click up. I hung up and blocked them.
Absolutely. That's a red flag
Like,
too.
what makes you think I want a 3rd baby daddy? To each his own, but I'm not. No, I'm cool.
I don't blame you on that one.
Like, yeah, and I would get like things like that. Like another dude said the same thing about having kids with me, and I just got turned off. Like, you gonna get on my face? Like, yeah, block.
So you don't want no more kids?
Deuces.
I mean, don't get me. I love babies.
It's understandable.
I
You
love
got
babies, but I got my tubes removed.
I ain't know that.
I didn't want to.
And you all right, right?
I'm okay. I have 5 children.
Don't look over
5.
here.
I told Aaron about
Don't look
getting them
over here.
after we have our last. I was like, let's just go ahead and get them removed.
Look, we
Like,
already
my
talked about
oldest
this.
is
It's no more- I
24,
don't know why you still bringing
And
this
my
up.
baby is 13 years old.
Ah.
What
Oh,
I
you
look
almost
like
there.
Popping out another baby.
You almost there. 5 more years.
Yeah, like
They
no.
grown.
Almost there. To
Yeah, I
each
wouldn't
his
do
own.
that.
But me personally, I just didn't want to have multiple baby daddies. And the people that do have multiple baby daddies, I'm not knocking you. I have 2. But I'm just saying, like, I went through a divorce and I just felt like that would have been silly of me.
Silly of me.
Having more children when I'm in a position of being a single parent. And the only reason I say that because I felt like I was a single parent at the time because the divorce was fresh and the different things that we were going through. And then I became just a single woman because, my kid's father stepped up and was, my ex-husband. He do what he's supposed to do for his kids. And even my oldest daughter that, he was doing what he was supposed to do for his daughter or whatever. So I just didn't want to put myself in a position during that time to have another kid by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And
Understandable.
me, trying to overcome the things that I was going through, trying to work, trying to figure out how I'm going to take care of my children and all of that. I just thought that would have been silly of me to keep trying to having sex with somebody and it's a possibility of a baby.
A baby.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
I didn't want that.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Well, ladies, give that guy you thought was a lame a try. Actually, I don't know about a lame.
What happened if you ain't
The thing is,
you're not attracted to him?
Aaron, they've been trying to make me date ugly people for a very long
No,
time.
That
we
is
have
not true.
not.
That is not
what
true.
we have been trying to do is get you
Drea,
to not
They're gonna
have.
try to make you date ugly
No.
people.
That is not true.
It's all
Tay told
about
me to date a 4.
unrealistic expectations. You expect to get the sun, moon, and the stars out of every single guy. That ain't gonna happen.
So do looks matter then?
Yes,
It
looks
depends.
does
Okay,
matter.
so looks should matter, but if let's say, what if the guy got for you that's gonna be everything he want them to be for you
He ain't
is a
everything I want.
5?
He ain't
You think
everything.
God would do
If
that to
he
me?
ain't everything if he ugly.
God does. I
God
think people.
And you know what?
It's
That
only he works
twisted.
with people that's in the position to be worked with.
No.
And so if the 10 that y'all looking for ain't in the position to be worked with,
I don't need a 10.
and the 5 is,
I don't need a 10.
if he bring that 5, what you gonna do? I'm just talking about.
I
like
think
I
people
said, who's in position.
Marriage is not supposed to make you quote unquote happy. Marriage is supposed to make you holy. It is a representation of Christ marrying his church.
If you marry a 3, you real holy.
Teach, Tay. Teach.
No, I think we.
Hey, look, and why you
sis-
playing?
Sis,
I
you
can't.
gonna make it in.
I can't say.
You gonna make it in.
That's why he ain't called me
just
yet.
for statements like that. I can't say that the Lord wouldn't give you a 3 to test that out. Because
don't
what he
let
do
nobody-
with Hosea?
He had to marry a prostitute.
He married that prostitute.
and
Didn't
had to
he?
keep marrying that prostitute.
If you
I mean,
married a
keep bringing her
3
back.
I'm just saying.
for the sake of the kingdom, you have won.
I
You
think.
gonna make
No,
it in.
it's not. It's for
Lord,
you.
don't let it be me.
God loves using marriage to make people
You know
holy
what?
and righteous.
I love it when
need
people
a
get
man.
when married couples that got what they want
Uh-huh.
be telling other people, you know what? You don't need what you want. You need a 1. You need a 1.
I
You know
wasn't.
what?
I wasn't
Get you
the
a
type of
shower
person Tay wanted. That's the
Correct.
misconception.
Exactly.
I wasn't the type of person she wanted.
No.
Here's the thing. Tay's fine with you, Aaron. And not fine. She's happy, ecstatic to be your wife.
Uh-huh.
So the thing about it is God knew the desires of her heart. And the thing is,
Because they didn't align with what he wanted.
Hold on.
The desire she thought she wanted didn't align.
Hold on.
What
Correct.
did you want?
The thing
Just
is,
a different
okay,
type. Like
when Tay started,
Light skin.
I did like a light skin.
That's the first.
That is so
she ain't
shocking
want
to
a
me.
bald head. You see my hairline.
Yeah, I love brown. I love my brown man, but I did want light, and I did not like bald. I wanted hair.
So you talking about she getting exactly what she wanted? No,
I
man.
didn't say no.
That's what he
she
just
got
said.
exactly what she wanted. I said that she was okay. So when y'all were, first of all, when y'all were dating, Tay was not thinking, I gotta marry him because just the one for me. I have no attraction to this man.
She gave me a shot and fell in love.
Yes.
So
That's what we saying.
should I give somebody a shot just
It
because
wasn't-
they're pursuing me and they're treating me well?
Well, you got to understand who you giving a shot first. For one, she knew that I was following Christ.
True.
Correct.
And that was a
Nobody knew
prerequisite.
that you was following Christ, Aaron.
Well, yes,
At
she
that
did.
time,
I'm just
At that
joking.
point,
Yeah,
so
he was
that was
different.
a prerequisite. So she knew that, and then we started talking. You know what I'm saying? And it flowed. But y'all so caught
Okay,
on
okay.
if the dude ain't
Not true.
exactly what y'all wanted.
Not true.
Y'all not gonna even entertain it.
Not true.
You can't even open yourself enough.
Not
So
Shit.
you
true.
think that's me?
I think it's Sheena. When I posed the
Hold on,
question
my
in the
ex-husband
salon,
was not my type.
No, but when I posed the question in the salon now, and I said, this man has everything you want, like everything. He's good. He's great to you.
My
He's a
ex-husband was not
provider.
my type.
He's great in bed. He's everything, but he's a 4. And
My
she was like-
ex-husband was
and she
not
was
my
like,
type.
Nah, I don't know about that.
My ex.
Okay,
we gonna
but-
keep skipping over that.
Okay, but because that was then, we talk about now.
Right.
Okay, I said that. So basically, I'm saying, okay, y'all saying, okay, he got to be saved. Where they at?
Oh, they somewhere.
It's somewhere.
They're
I was about to say
absolutely
somebody's
somewhere.
name because it's what 1, 2 in our church or
They're somewhere. But the thing is, the guy that y'all most of the times are
Where
looking
they at,
for,
though?
a lot of times they ain't saved.
where they at? Where?
Well,
Who?
my ex-husband was fine.
We're not trying to.
me.
I know.
So
First
I'm
of all,
like, where do
you don't see me talking to nobody either because nobody's saved.
I gotta do better.
Okay, what's your point?
So where they at? Where
Well,
are
you
these?
gotta wait for 'em
where
to
are
find
these invisible force?
You gotta wait for him
You
to
have
find
to
you.
go outside.
that are saved,
You
sanctified.
telling me
and
God
filled.
ain't saving good men?
You have to
I
go
didn't
outside.
say that. My question
Okay,
to
you
you
gotta
is
wait for
where,
'em to find
where
you.
they at.
You
though.
have to
not
take
your
a day
job
off
to,
of work
to know where they
and
are.
go
Exactly.
outside.
They supposed to come find me. If they don't know where I'm at, then why I
She
got to
ignored
What
me.
y'all want me to do?
Maybe they already came across you, but they was the 4. Who
Drea
knows?
said you got to
No,
take off
because
of work
Sheena,
and go
I said
outside.
you have to take a day off of work and go outside.
I be outside. I be outside.
Her
They don't hear
shooting
me
this podcast is her being outside to her.
to work the whole. That's all that I
Being out, that's being outside to her.
I go to the grocery store a lot.
Girl. And when you go to that darn grocery store, you had that beanie and that thick coat on.
in the organic aisle, ain't nobody going down there.
In the organic aisle. Why not?
chips.
You don't want to be healthy.
Right, we need them
It
in the
ain't no.
organic
It
aisle.
ain't no healthy saved men. Is that what
Yes,
you
it
saying?
is.
I got to go
It
in the
is.
chip aisle.
No, you don't.
Mm-mm.
He got to be picking up the pork rinds.
Go buy the steaks.
I think if you my thing is you should not now for me. Me Tay now. If Tay now wasn't married, I would never compromise on godliness. And what else would I would never compromise on? I would say kindness. I love and
A kind man.
acceptance. Yes, and someone who I can genuinely be me around. Like I do some special stuff around here. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I let me hang out.
Like I can pass gas around you.
Oh, pass it around him. It might be on him. I
And you
might
better
lift
take
that
it.
cover up and say, "I got gas, darling."
Say, I got that, darling.
You know. So
The dark side of marriage.
I can be me. Those are the type of things like I would not settle in.
Right.
Looks would probably be either maybe a 3 or a 4 to come to mind. It wouldn't be top.
Okay, right. So here's my thing. I know for a fact that because of my heart, I'm extremely kind-hearted and extremely open to love and to loving people. You know, so it's just like, so it's not hard to get to my heart. when it comes to that. And I think that, y'all as my friends would probably know that. So if I felt like
some of them get to, I'm like, not that one.
No, I'm talking about, okay, even when it comes to friendship with my sisters, like you could be new and come in and I'm like,
Not
welcoming.
that one.
So therefore, I'm a welcoming, loving person. So absolutely, I'd be open to falling in love. But that's the thing, I'd have to fall in love. And I'd have to be exposed to the opportunity.
So, Dre, what's your problem?
I
was like, all right,
But it doesn't present itself. It hasn't, at least.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't know.
Would you
I
give
think
a five a
I
shot?
think you have the same problem. You haven't been
Would you
approached
give a five
by
a shot?
somebody that's like that. That's loving, filled with the Holy Spirit. You haven't ran into them.
So
either.
if you do run into a 5
I've
that's
been
filled with the Holy
experiencing
Spirit,
some
doing good in
things
life, you give him a
lately,
shot?
You know?
Yeah.
A 5?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I'm
Not no 3 though, Aaron. 3 and 4, like Tay.
What's a 3?
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z now with the Wicks?
Any of them.
Okay.
All of them.
Is he a 3 to you?
I choose not to answer that
Okay.
question.
He like a 1 to you.
I didn't say that.
2.
I didn't say that.
Well, so
So there ain't no scenario.
You like Jay-Z?
I do like Jay-Z.
Oh, so she likes.
Like,
You ain't gotta do her taste like that. That's her taste.
Right.
Ain't
But
nothing wrong with that.
no, I'm not talking about the looks.
No, we are talking about looks though.
That's all we're talking about.
I don't want to talk about the looks.
Okay.
But that's what they're comparing it to.
Yeah.
Right
what,
now,
What
just
is
right
your
now.
3? What is your 3?
Name a 3 to you. Somebody who's lower on the totem pole.
Drea like how Jay-Z look.
Who, me?
No, you.
Could I
She-
tolerate him?
No,
So
no.
is he a
no,
3?
What is he on your scale?
I don't know.
Is he like a 6 to you?
You could marry somebody who looked like him. Yes, you could.
The way you said that.
She could.
Right.
I mean,
and
which
that's
is fine.
What about you, Shanti?
What's a 3?
Would you give him a shot?
Probably
A
not.
3.
Probably not.
Not Jay-Z specifically.
What's
a
a 3 to you?
Got great personality. You
That's
know,
what I-
doing
Biggie
nice
Smalls?
with
When I
himself.
think of Jay-Z, I'm
No.
thinking of a
Oh,
man handling
he's
his
like a 2.
business.
Okay. Biggie? You said
I
it's
don't
a
want to
2?
rate. I don't want
You
y'all to
said
go
Biggie.
into rating
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
What
yeah.
I do
He's
want,
like a
I,
1,
just
2.
in general, a
I
3.
think no.
You wouldn't even give him a shot.
No.
You wouldn't even give him a shot. A
Who?
3.
Who?
A 3.
I
Any
wouldn't
3.
want to.
Would you? I'm asking.
The
No.
thing is, okay, like I said, I have seen a guy for the first time and thought, ugh, or he's not my type. And then got around them, joked with them, laughed with them. They made me smile, and then I liked them.
Now if
Y'all
God
ain't never
tell
had
me,
that happen?
now if God tell me this 3
Well, we
is
know
the
God.
one
That's
for
not
me,
the
then
question.
I
But
can't
he
even
was
say
not
it
my
because
type
it's gonna be
initially.
So obvious who I'm talking about,
What?
and I mean extremely obvious.
Could you marry a 3?
No, we're not going there.
I probably could.
What I will say. So you say you would.
Something would have to be.
I'm saying
You
that
say
I-
you would give a 3 a shot.
I'm saying that
I'm just saying a shot. You may
Yes,
end up with him, may
if-
not.
if he
Would you-
has
If-
good hygiene.
Shanti, you have
You
dated
give a
guys
3
that
a
was
shot.
not your
Yeah.
type.
Okay.
they weren't 3s though.
That's fair. At least that's flexible.
If he
because
has
if you
good
talking to like,
hygiene.
because if you was at a
You can't
situation
be
where you
ugly
was
and
like,
stinky.
no, this guy got to be at least a 7 or 8, or I ain't doing it. Now you have unrealistic expectations because you don't know where God is gonna send that man from, what
So-
he gonna look like. You just got to be open to what God wants. That's all I'm
Drea,
saying.
Have you ever come across a guy that was not your type, but being around him made you like him?
Yeah.
Um,
Point in case.
some people feel like I dated some. Well, this coming from other dudes. I remember this one dude I used to date, and they used to call him Quizno Sub.
Who?
Hey, Quizno, where you at, Playboy?
Why?
Show yourself.
Hey, Quizno.
They said, he's like, do you remember Quiznos, the little commercial with the little animal?
Look at
I
Sheena.
remember Quiznos. I don't remember the commercial.
Well, they said he looked like Quizno Sub.
Oh.
But it was something in him that I liked. So
What happened with
What
that?
was that? What was the something?
The nickname.
he wasn't good either.
Okay.
No good. See,
So that's my
even the
thing is
ugly
I
ones.
feel like if I get them ugly or nice looking, I just want a nice man, a good man. I want a good man. Like, cause I didn't have them ugly. That's trash.
I can't.
I didn't have them fine.
For
That's
sure,
trash.
you ain't talking about this man, Drill. God knows you was not talking about that man. Wow.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Petty as all get out.
Oh no!
They is petty as all get out for that.
That's the one. It went off.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, at least y'all flexible. When we say unrealistic expectations,
Drea.
it's people
He
that,
did not. Did he look like that, Drea?
No.
but it's the type of people that won't.
But it was
Look,
the dude
won't-
that called him that.
If they're not the perfect person, they're not given a shot. Those are the people with unrealistic expectations. Only because you don't know what guy God is gonna put in place. And I'm
Okay.
saying it's not really about it's about who's in the position. He ain't gonna just throw anybody at you. He ain't that
I
type of
agree
guy.
with everything that y'all saying. I just pray y'all, because y'all.
I pray you get
y'all
what you
be
want.
speaking- Yeah,
and
the
I
way
pray
y'all be
it's
speaking over our
it's
lives.
exactly who God wants for you. I truly do.
Oh,
I'm just
Lord.
saying, don't be so caught up in these individual things that
Like
you
what,
can't looks or even I won't say money because they got to be doing something.
Let me tell
But
you.
like you talking about, you got to have a millionaire, billionaire. You're delusional. That's
Oh, that would
that's
be,
that's
why
like
would
that's
I
less
say
than
that?
1%.
And I'm not
of the
even a
world.
billionaire or
That's
millionaire right
absolutely-
now.
So money, you know,
Like that would be silly of me.
it just
I'm
it
not
could be
there
whatever.
So where are these ugly saved people at?
First of
I
all, being
told
saved, that scares by itself.
That you wanna,
True.
that you want us to date.
You said
But that's
ugly
even
said,
more reason.
Lord Jesus.
That's even more reason for you to be okay. Compromising on some things because
he say
it's so low amount of saved guys out there.
But y'all already know, like the guys that had approached me that I would have given a shot to. None of them were saved.
That's the
No.
problem.
So
the guys you would have gave a shot to ain't saved.
right.
Try something different.
No, I wouldn't have given them a shot. So it ain't. I don't.
But the guys you did won't save either.
Who wasn't?
I ain't talking about your husband, your ex-husband.
He was saved. He just wasn't.
I'm not talking about your ex-husband.
I know who you're talking about.
I'm talking about all the other
I know who
ones.
you're talking. The one that I
They
gave
won't
a chance.
save.
Okay, but when we had conversations, that was the conversation.
And they lied.
But- Duh. But that wasn't my fault. How was I supposed to know that until I sat around? No, until I sat around long enough. I did not know
understand
that.
they wasn't.
I agree taking them
I
at
know
face
it.
value. But it didn't take long for them to bring up stuff
themselves.
that was like, oh, that should have been a red flag that you didn't take as a red
It
flag.
was. I did take it as a red flag.
Oh, okay.
Well, guys, black people aren't lazy. And
Not the majority, no.
not the majority are not lazy, but our mentalities can be better.
Y'all
It
think
can
having an
cripple
abortion
us.
is lazy?
And my
You
name is
said
Tasia Royale.
Ooh.
And
yes.
I'm Sheena.
I'm
Taking
Drea.
an easy
y'all
way out.
have a good one.
Bye.